February is a month set aside to remember and honor the history of African Americans and their contributions.
And today we're going to remember one of Mobile's civil rights icons, John Leflore. Here's Tori Thornton with his story.
The city of Mobile has a rich and, in the past, troubling history on civil rights. The last known slave ship brought to America, the Clotilda, is remembered in Africatown. But the port city was also home to a man who worked quietly and strongly for civil rights.
John Leflore didn't believe in marching like Dr. King did. The way that he operated, the way that he went about doing things, writing letters, he went about doing things peacefully, but he was able to get results.
John Leflore was born in 1903. He grew up in a much different city than the one we know and love. The Jim Crow South, times disparaging and difficult for African Americans. A moment on a streetcar in 1925 shaped his life's work.
Somebody got onto the streetcar, told me he had to move out of his seat. And it was, a white man told me he had to move, and he told the man he wasn't gonna move. So when he told me he wasn't gonna move, the two of them got into a fight, and my granddad was arrested. They didn't do anything to the other passenger.
The injustice pushing Leflore to petition to restart a branch of the NAACP in Mobile.
At that time, African Americans were pretty much supposed to put up, shut up, and do as they were told.
With the NAACP, Leflore lobbied for equality with voting rights at the top of the list. In 1956, when the state outlawed the NAACP in Alabama, Leflore formed the Nonpartisan Voters League.
And truthfully, I think that he probably accomplished much more through the Nonpartisan Voters League. I think the state intended to do something that it kind of backfired on him.
Through the league, Leflore accomplished even more. Burton Leflore says his grandfather became the voice to the black community.
I remember as a child, we're sitting around the house, all of a sudden somebody knocks at the door at 10 o'clock at night. Mr. Leflore, the police beat us up. What should we do?
In 1967, Leflore's home was bombed, no one was injured, and no one was ever arrested.
And literally there would be hate mail, there would be threats, there would be posters.